My background, well, I started this, well, not here, but I started bucking bulls, shoot, about 18 years ago, believe it or not. I'm 33 now, so yeah, that sounds about right. And same thing, started from the bottom, now we here. It ain't nothing big, but it's a lot for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming small time, just humble people, didn't start with much, but we have what we have, and we thank God for it every day for sure. But yeah, my parents, they weren't into rodeo exactly. They were more into charreria. You know,
Yeah.
I come from a very Mexican background.
Right.
My dad always had me with the rope and a
Yeah.
horse. Yeah, I was a charro definitely, and I love it. It's my tradition,
Yeah.
my roots. I love it. But my cup of tea, what I love to do is rodeo.
Right.
Doesn't mean I don't love my traditions, my
Oh, yeah,
sport.
no
All
doubt.
that's my roots. But I like more the adrenaline.
Right.
I like to get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In charreria, it's a very expensive hobby.
Right.
But nothing against it. I love it.
I love it too, man.
Yeah.
That's how we know each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's from the
Yeah.
basically
Back in
going
the
out to
day.
Moreno's.
Yes, sir.
And so
Yes, sir.
kind of my background in an indirect way.
Right.
You know, so similar.
But same thing, man. Like you said, going back to Moreno's, I literally lived half a mile from there. That's where I started watching bull riding.
Right.
I would ride my bike. Smiley Moreno recipes from my godfather.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I didn't
that's how
realize
I
that.
got to go there a lot. My dad helped build that arena back when they built it, and of course, a lot of people were involved, but
Talk about
that's
that
where it all
family, so-
started. That's where it all started, man. That's where I started watching. That's where I started getting the itch. But I didn't personally try getting on or fighting or anything until my older brother came around,
Yeah.
and he was just the black sheep of the family. He raised himself type thing,
Gotcha.
and like I said, I didn't meet him till he was like 40. I was already like 12 or so.
That's the one that comes out here every once in a
Joe,
while?
yeah, my
Okay.
older brother Joe. And just from being, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was the biggest puss. You couldn't get me on a Holstein. A lot of my buddies, like now, even like nowadays, you see these kids growing up calf riding, steer riding, etc. I didn't get to go through none of that. I
Right.
was just scared of it.
Yeah.
I liked roping them, etc.
Right.
Well, just from being around it and seeing it and started feeding these animals so long, like I got to where I wanted to do it.
Right.
So one day I was just like, hey, someone borrow a rope. And my brother started running them in. Nobody thought I was getting on. I was just like, hey, who's got a rope I can borrow? And I start piecing gear, and I get ready without making a scene or telling anybody. So I was like, I'm going to take the first one comes in and get it over with. I just want to
Right.
kind of get it off my bucket list type thing, get a
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
of it. Well, first one I ever get on, I hang up to this son of a buck. And man, he drags me, and it was this arena,
Right.
this same setup. So I remember he second jumped, clicked my heels, and kind of drug me across the pen, smacked about 4 panels, then I come off.
Gotcha.
And I was like, ooh, yeah, that's not a good first impression. But then after that, shortly, yeah, I didn't like getting beat up or stepped on, so I didn't, like I said, I didn't get to go through the whole calf stage and all that. I kind of just got on junior bulls and went on with it.
Right.
So I had to learn quick. I started getting on when I was 16.
Yeah.
So in 2 years, I had to be getting on bulls. So I had to
Right.
adapt quick. Like I said, I didn't go nowhere with it, but I got to where I was riding bulls. Like it was fun.
Right.
I wasn't getting beat up as much. I started staying on more.
Right. Right.
So I had a fun little run with bull riding, and then I just got to where I started owning my own bulls, and from handling them, loading them, it gets to where sometimes you're too tired to get on practice bulls. So before you know it, I was just more on the ground and nonchalantly fighting bulls for the guys.
Right.
Nonchalantly.
Right.
And then it just became to where I was like, well, Frankie can save guys, like hire him, and
Right.
that's how I picked it up a little bit too, man. Yeah,
It's kind of a scarce skill to have.
definitely. But it's good to have for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, it all started just by helping save each other,
Right.
amongst us riders, and then kind of picked it.
Yeah. Yeah.